We're live. It's Friday night. Epic. Oh, we got Salty Joe online. One person. Just guessing. No, it wasn't Salty Joe. Clown. Okay, Trent. Whatever you say, Trent. So what's the magic number? When do we start this? When do we start this? I'm actually early. I said I was going to start this at 10. Boom. So I'm early. What's the number? Give me a number, someone. When do we start this? The science of hate. A lesson in a lesson really for all you people out there who want to do something but are too scared to do it. Tommy, you're a good one. Tommy Hines, good, you're listening. Keenan White's here. 140. Dude, Trent is being a bit of a beesh. We're not going to have 140 on here at any point. So I'm just going to pack up then. The only reason I'm having this Facebook Live again is because of this most annoying guy ever in Dominican Republic, Keenan Lefty White. I guess his life is so boring, he just harasses me. Jake, you have to do a Facebook Live. For fuck's sakes, I'm doing this just because of him. 69, we have a number. 69. We're gonna start at 69, you know what to do. Hashtag spam Adam Drake. Do what you have to do. Share this video. Tell your mom to watch. We need 69 people. I'm looking at pretty girls drinking beer. Yeah, right. You have the TV on or something? Yeah, well, are you sharing or what? You people sharing this? Today we're going to talk about some haters. Your mom loves 69. Wow, mom jokes, mom jokes. Someone shared this. That's good. Keep on sharing. 140 down. Nicholas, we're not going to get 140 viewers here. Europe's asleep, okay? Keenan is out. Keenan, don't be such a fucking snowflake. You need to listen to this. Hashtag JQ Takeover. Exactly. When are you coming to Texas? I don't know. Actually, you know what? I need to glue tires. We're at 65. I can probably glue tires before it reaches 69. They're right here. But we hate you. Good to know. Thoughts on indoor Silver State? Who gives a shit? It's in May. I'm not going. 68. Finland woke up. It's 7:30 in Finland. What the hell? I think Henry hasn't gone to bed yet. Okay, we reached 69. I have to start. Okay, you ready? Is the sound good? Can I start? Okay. Yeah, I'm racing Thunder Rally tomorrow. I take it everything's okay. No one's complaining. So here goes. I was clicking here on Facebook the other day, and there was more hate than normal. There was more JQ hate than there's been in the last few days or so. There were some dedicated haters out there. Fake accounts, real accounts, was getting attacked from all sides. And it reminded me of something. It reminded me of the good old days. I see something's actually changed here. I'm gonna go over this. So I came up with this, the science of hate. I'm gonna draw you a picture here. It's blank still, but I'm gonna draw you a picture once I've explained this. See, there was a time when there was so much JQ hate that it was pretty crazy. Like, it didn't really affect me because I've had a lot of practice in my life. All throughout my life, people have made fun of me. You know, look at this face. Fucking village idiot. Maybe I've kind of brought some of that on myself too. But throughout all my schools, everything, JQ was an easy target, man. It was just easy. Even now, children normally respect adults, not me. No, they respect all adults, but not me. They just somehow sense that this guy, we can mess with this guy. It's really weird. Well, anyway, back then, so this was like 4 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, I can't remember. This was like when there was that I hate JQ, Facebook, and all that shit. So, this actually, all that JQ hate actually affected my girlfriend. Yes, I know it's a shock to you, but I used to have a girlfriend. She was not blind. She didn't have any mental deficiency that I know of. Maybe she had really bad taste, I don't know, but anyway, I did have a girlfriend, and it did affect her negatively. So, all the JQ hate affected her, not me, which was weird. I had to sit down with her and kind of explain to her that it's okay. It's okay, don't worry about it, it's fine. Okay, that's the level this hate went to. I wanted to tell you this because it's relevant to the end of my story. But now we move on to the science of hate. So in the beginning, I'm going to draw a graph. I'm going to draw a graph here. So on the y-axis, we have amount of haters. And then on that horizontal x-axis, we have success. Now pay attention now. This is really important. So, vertical axis, amount of haters. Horizontal axis, success. Now, this is like where we start. We start over here in the corner. This is JQ. This is JQ like 1983 or whatever. There I am. I'm a zero. I'm a nobody. No one hates me, but I'm also not successful in any way. Okay? This is like me until 2000, I don't know, 2000 something. Let's say 2005. This is me from when I was born till 2005. I'm a zero. I'm over here. This is like reserved for people who, kind of, maybe they have figured out what they want to do, but they just don't bother doing anything. Fucking, maybe they have a job, maybe they don't. Maybe they just sit at home and drink beer, you know, and play PlayStation and touch themselves inappropriately while watching videos, the kind of videos that Thibaut doesn't watch anymore. You know, those kind of people. So they're over here. They have no haters, but also no success. So then at some point, maybe you figure out, you know what? Fuck this. I want to be a zookeeper. Or I want to build my own radio control car. Or I want to be a singer. Or I want to do this. Or I want to, whatever you want to do. I class that as success. Because you, even though you haven't done anything yet, you've done the biggest thing, which is you've made up your mind. You've thought about these things. You figured out that, you know, working at McDonald's, not really my thing. I would much rather be a team manager for a professional motocross team. That's what I want to do. So I'm gonna start working on that. I've ridden motocross all my life. I know all about this shit. I'm gonna become a mechanic. I'm gonna get to know people. I'm gonna move up the ranks, and one day I'm gonna be a team manager for a motocross team. Like, you came up with that on your own, in your mind. So you've moved a bit here. You've moved forward. You have moved towards success, right? So you move towards success simply by making up your mind and knowing what you want to do. So here you are, moving forward. But you see how it goes up? You know why it goes up? Fucking, because you posted on Facebook. You know what? I'm going to be a guitarist, or I'm going to be a motocross rider, or whatever, or team manager for a motocross team, or I'm going to make my own RC car, or whatever you did. And you know what? Some dickhead, he shot you down. He said, you suck. You know, you can't do that. You're too dumb to do that. Or you're too old. Or you don't have enough money. Or, you know, you're not talented or whatever. So you got your first hater here. First hater. So you had some success. You made up your mind. And you have your first hater. Now this continues. At some point, you might actually take the first steps, like I did back in the day. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to leave Hobao, I'm going to make my own car. And I joined Ishima at the time, then, well, that failed. Then I joined Himoto, that failed too. That was 2 years. 2 years I was trying to make my own car. So I wasn't just saying it, I was actually doing it. So for 2 years, I tried to make my own car. And 2 years I failed. So at that time, I was still moving towards success, and I gained a hell of a lot more haters. So there we go, look, still towards success, a lot more haters. Now, during this time, the amount of haters versus the lack of success, yes, you're moving towards success, but it's still a pretty shitty existence. You're not really getting what you want. Most people, they kind of give up at this point, because it's like, hey, come on. So I'm doing this thing. I'm working really hard. I'm living in my fucking parents' basement. Don't have a lot of money. And all these people are hating on me. And all these people are saying I can't do it, and I suck, and this and that. So most people quit. Or most people, even if they don't quit, they kind of inside, mentally, they give up, and it's kind of half-assed, and then it just fizzles off, out, done, boom. That's what happens to most people. But some people are stubborn enough that they keep on going. Like, they just don't give a shit. So they keep on going. So what happens? They keep on moving. Even further towards success. And the fucking amount of haters is it's just blowing up. Because now there's all these kind of things going on. So launch your first car, which people say was not going to happen. There's no way, JQ, you're not going to, look, you fucking shit, my crap, failed, Himoto, no way. Just give up already. You can't design a car. You can't design anything. What have you ever designed? You're not even an engineer. You fucking bailed out of school before you got your diploma. Okay? So you just give up. Well, you know what? 3 years later, fucking the car is released. What happens? Well, the plastics were fucked up and it broke and the spur gears exploded and all hell breaks loose. First car's a lot of issues. See, we knew JQ sucks. So we move a bit further. Success, we actually released the car, but it fucking failed. So we gained a lot more haters again. It's incredible. Like, we actually achieved success. We made the car. It exists in the real world. But it was kind of shitty. So more people hate us now. And now they have like validity to their claims. They're like, see, we told you, JQ is a fucking village idiot. He can't make a car to save his life. Look, there's a JQ. It just blew the fucking front end off. It's no good. So, further to success, and more haters. Well, then I just realized I kind of fucked my graph up a bit. I don't know if it's going to fit on this paper. Maybe I'll need two. So anyway, so then we had all kinds of things happen over the next few years. So we didn't go anywhere. We kept on pushing forward. We made a new revised car. We improved the plastics. The plastics didn't break anymore. The front end didn't fly off the car. The spur gear didn't break. So we improved the car. We also had some racing success. One notable achievement was when I made the European Championships A-main with my own car. That's pretty cool. Not everyone can make a Euros A-main, especially not with a car that they designed and paid for and produced themselves. But I did that. I finished 7th. Ah, fuck, 7th at the... 7th? That sucks. JQ sucks. 7th place is nothing. Right? That's what haters would say. I thought, fuck's sake, I just made the main at the Euros. Oh, JQ, you suck. 7th. You couldn't even finish top 5? So it just kept on going. So then we just keep on moving forward. The car is too hard to drive. The car doesn't suit me. This and that. Like, only JQ can drive it. Like, see, no good drivers race it. It hasn't won anything. You know, 7th at the Euros. What the hell? Well, you know what? Just kept on moving forward. We released the white edition LV. After that, we released the black edition. Now, the black edition was a big step forward. Suddenly, even people that really didn't like what was going on. They don't like me. They don't like the car. They don't like the white edition. They have to, if they are honest, admit that the car is pretty good now. Look what Frenchy said there. He went from saying, your car's a piece of shit, to, and I quote, let's see what he actually said here. It's because your car is a piece of shit, he said, in 2012. And then he says, your car is actually good now in 2017. So do you see a slight shift here? So now we get to an interesting point here in the graph. So we've been going towards success, and the amount of haters has just been increasing exponentially. And then suddenly something happened here in the last year or so. And I only really paid attention now when I had this day of like more kind of normal hate. I realized I haven't had so many of them recently. And this is why. So we started moving towards success, and at the same time we gained haters. And every step of the way, like, oh, Shitma failed. Oh, Himoto failed. Oh, fuck, we bump up on the hater scale. Oh, JQ made the main at the Euros. Oh, we moved, you know, success. Oh, but he was just 7th. That sucks. More haters again. So every time we feel like we're making success, we're also gaining more haters. Well, you know what's happened now? Now we kind of peaked. We've actually peaked here. And the interesting thing that's happening is, now as we go towards success, the hate is actually decreasing. The hate is decreasing. And when I finish this beautiful graph here, you can see that the hate is actually a bell curve. So you start off as a 0 here. You're basically a nobody. You haven't achieved shit, no success, and no one gives a shit. No one hates you. Then as you start moving towards success, more and more people hate you. And this is the area where most people give up. So you've kind of moderate success, but it still kind of sucks. Because you haven't made money, you don't have any respect, and people hate on you. This is the I give up area. So some success, a lot of fucking hate. So you give up. Now this is the area you need to push through this area. Because then after this area it gets really ridiculous. Like it's so ridiculous that your girlfriend gets depressed, like, why does everyone hate you? And it's okay, don't worry. Like we started this I Hate JQ page, you know, don't worry about it. Okay, things are good. Then when you get through all that, the hate will actually start decreasing because you have become so successful that you have earned or gained or somehow magically like created some credibility around what you're doing. You've been doing this for long enough where people see through the bullshit. They're like, this guy's hate is not legit. Because this guy's actually doing something good, like something valuable. He's a good guy. It doesn't make sense. So more people realize that. So the hate starts going down. And this is where we are. We aren't here yet. We're like on the downslope. So there's way less hate than before and more success. Now, there are a few things that are going to get us here to this this optimum place here where you're really successful and the hate has gone down. A few things. If you want, I can explain those. But first I need to say that I could use Justin Bieber as an example here. You look at this and you're like, that can't be right, because look at Justin Bieber. Like everyone hates that guy. If you type Justin Bieber in Google image search or whatever, or memes or something, you'll find that there's so much hate towards this guy. But it's actually it's misleading, because he's so popular, so very popular, and so rich and so famous that you just see a lot of hate. But the relationship between his haters and the people who support him is way off. Like he has so much more supporters than haters. So if you look at this graph, for example, let's say, I'll explain it to you this way. Let's say this is the graph of JQ hate. So we are here now at the maximum amount of hate. Let's say we have 1,000 happy customers and we have 1,000 happy haters. So we have 50-50 customers and haters, and we're at the top of our hate. After we become more successful and the hate actually goes down, let's say we have 10,000 happy customers. Now, if the relationship was the same, we would have 10,000 haters, but we don't. But neither do we have 1,000. We actually have 5,000 haters now. So we have more haters than before, but the relationship between the supporters and the haters has changed. It used to be 50-50. Now we have way more supporters than haters. This is a graph of that relationship. Do you see what I mean? So the overall amount of people who know about JQ Racing and who are following JQ Racing is growing. There's more people involved, okay? So there might be even more haters overall. But the relationship versus the haters versus the supporters, that's what's changing. Way less hate. That's a good thing. And yeah, I promised you I would explain how to achieve this. How do we get there? Like, we're so far along this curve already. We've got through all that shit. All this shit, like, I give up phase, we're past that. The ridiculous phase, we're past that. We're on the winning side of the curve now. So how do we get to the rest? I was just talking about this with a friend. There's 4 things you need. For us, for the RC cars, to have a popular RC car, how do you do that? You need 4 things. First, you need a good product, obviously. That goes without saying, right? We now have a good product. Okay, check. That's done. Then you need a brand that people care about. Now, we have that too. We have a brand that people love or hate. I was just explaining the hate to you. It's good that we have people that hate us because they care. They talk about it. They have an opinion. That's very important. If people were indifferent, that would be a problem. So, yeah, so we have good product, and a brand that people care about, a strong brand. We have those two things. So the third thing is availability. Your products need to be available. Well, we're doing our best. They are available on AMain, JQ's USA web shop, JQ's European web shop. We have distributors in Germany. We have 2 different ones in Germany. We have one in the UK, all over the world. You can check the website, 40 different countries, but it's not great. It's not awesome. Like, the big distributors don't carry our product. So all the local hobby shops don't have access, or they have access, but they don't care about our brand. They don't carry our brand. So we're lacking on that point. But that's something we can't change. That will only happen after we have the other 3 things. And the third thing of those is results and credibility. We have a good product, we have a good brand, but the majority of people don't believe in it. We lack credibility, and the only way for us to get that is we need a top driver. We need our Mayfield. We need someone who can go out there, who everyone knows, who can just win any race, and then suddenly, even if it's the same car, people, oh, Jake, car actually looks pretty good. He's doing good with it. That's what we need. You can look at other brands, say S-Works, for example. They got a good product. They have distribution, in some cases even better than us. And they had a good driver. They had Hara even. Yeah, given he didn't do that well, but still, they had Hara. Why didn't that shit blow up? It didn't blow up because they didn't have a brand. People didn't care. They were indifferent to it. I'm sorry to say, but it's the truth. It was like, S-Works, no one gave a shit. You need all 4. So we are lacking the credibility, the top driver. We're doing well, but we're not exactly Mugen or Kyosho. Hot Bodies. Hot Bodies had a good product. They had decent distribution, but that sort of came after. So they had a good product. They had a good brand because they've been around for so long. They win the worlds. Wow, they have credibility all of a sudden. All of a sudden, everyone wants a Hot Bodies, and then all of a sudden, the distribution issue is solved. So they have all 4, so they can be successful. That's what we need now. So, I hope you liked my breakdown of the science of hate and me explaining to you what we need to do to achieve this area of the graph here. I'm pretty confident we're going to do it. Need a world championship. No, we don't even really need a world championship. We just need a really good driver who can bring credibility to the brand. Oh shit, where did the comments go? The Adam Drake Nut Hugger is online. Captain Club Race. Prince Club Race is online. The Fluffer. So anyway, my kind of point with this rant, my point is the following. I did have a point. I started with that. I wanted to explain all the things that I've gone through because I want to say to you that you shouldn't worry about what other people say or think or write on Facebook, or fuck those people. Just figure out for yourself what you want to do and then do it. It's really that simple. The biggest thing is you need to sit down and just think. Can you just fucking put your phone down for 5 minutes, shut your laptop off, sit down, maybe have an alcoholic beverage if that helps. Think about your life for a minute. Think about your life right now. And think about it in 5 years, in 10 years, and like when you have a family and kids and stress and you have to go to work in the morning on Monday and it's shit. Like, no. Figure out a way where it's not shit. What do you want to do, which you enjoy so much, that you would just happily do it? Even if you won the lottery today, you got $100 million, what would you do? If you had $100 million, what would you spend your everyday kind of doing? Like, That's what you need to do. So, if I won the lottery, I would race RC. I would. I enjoy it. I would design and develop my own car because I enjoy it. I would go to motocross races, watch motocross, ride motocross. And the way I'm going to achieve that now is by having my clothing brand. My clothing brand, I'm going to promote through motocross. So I have a reason to go and watch motocross. I have a reason to support motocross riders. It's JQ Threads, my clothing brand. So I have a plan for all that. I figured out what I like, what I enjoy, what I want to do, and I'm doing it. Even though I had all the people telling me I couldn't. And I'm an idiot, and it's not going to work, and this and that. I just fucking did it. Oh, JQ, you suck. You live in your parents' basement. What the fuck? I travel around the world. I'm in Finland like 3 months a year. Do you think I should rent an apartment for 12 months and stay there for 3 months? That makes no sense. I stay in my office in Finland and in an apartment which it happens to be in the same building as my parents. Okay? Sad, right? Then I spend time driving around Europe, living in Spain, living in Italy, in Germany, in Sweden, in Portugal. I don't think that's very terrible. I go to China, spend a month in China, go to Indonesia. I spend time in Singapore, in Malaysia. I spend 4 months in America. I traveled for a month around South America. And these fucking idiots are, hey, oh, you live in your parents' basement. Yeah, I lived in like 12 different countries this year. What about you? You don't even have a passport, do you? So don't worry about those people. If those people had something good going for them, they wouldn't be worried about your life. There's a reason they're behind you, talking shit behind your back. So don't worry about them. Look forward. Worry about what you want to achieve and worry about how you're going to achieve it. Okay? What I do is actually, sometimes when I kind of lack drive or motivation, I look for hate. I look for someone who says I can't do it. Then I think, you know what? I'm going to show that motherfucker. He says I can't do that. I'm going to do that. So it actually gives me more motivation. I read the comments. I read what people say. And I'm like, I'm going to show that guy. That's how you should treat haters. You should take that and it should feed the fire. It should motivate you. So, you know, if your dream is to have a big house and have a special room in it, just like Captain Club Race, then you should do that. If you want your own special room and you want your swings and your whips, then just do that. And don't worry what people say. Don't worry about the haters. Just pursue your dreams. Change your dreams, change your attitude, make them your goals. There. That was my point. It was a very long point. But yeah, hopefully you understand what I was trying to say there. Okay, are we done? Can I quit now? Do I have to talk about Reedy? If you ain't got haters, you ain't poppin'. How do you say that? We're poppin'. We're poppin'. Lorenzo. Is that Ebonics, Lorenzo? There's a guy at OCRC, he gets mad when I say that. Yeah. Reedy. E-buggy and Reedy. You need to break the tie. Talk about DNC. Or you know what? I'm gonna keep you online. I'm gonna keep you online and I'm gonna continue this Facebook Live. I'm feeling the flow right now. After another beer, okay, I'm gonna finish this. This might actually get better if I have more beers. Good point. Thread hanging out. See, it's not a JQ thread. That's why this is a Quartz thread. Jeremy Quartz made the shirts. promotion t-shirts. Look, this thing broke off. I'm having some issues here. Reedy. What the hell? There we go. Bitburger bitte. Dominic Sistenstein. What the fuck? Sistenich. Dominic, I'll see you in April. What do you think of that 12-year-old girl, Marlin? She seemed pretty fast. Not fast enough to beat me. Kicked her ass. Easy. I had 3 goals at Reedy. 4 goals. I had 4 goals at Reedy. Beat Marlin. You cannot get beat by a 12-year-old girl. No way. I fucking did it. I'm so proud of myself. Beat BT. If I beat you, I don't need you. Team manager of Associated. If I'm ever gonna get sponsored by Associated, I need to beat BT. So I did that. So I was like 50% there with my goals. My other goals, after I saw how Tebow was doing, I'm like, I'm gonna beat Tebow. I'm gonna take one for the team. We have to prove once and for all that watching porn beats not watching porn. That was the battle. But golly, he just got me. He was 16th and I was 18th. And then my last goal was actually to win a race. And I looked at the heat sheets. And after looking at the heat sheets, I figured there's one race I can possibly win. Just one. The races where I started good, like first row or second row, I basically had the fucking world's A main in there. I had Tessman, Rivkin, Cavalieri, mate. I'm like, fuck! God damn it. I start first, Dustin Evans is second, and Mayfield is third, and Tessman, I'm like, for fuck's sake, can you just give me a break? Then some races I start like 10th place and there's like no one in it. No one in it. Like Gillespie, he's pretty fast, or whoever. Like Mayo, you know, those fools, they start out front. I'm not catching them. But anyway, so there was one race where I figured, this is my chance. This is my chance to win a race at the Reedy. So it was the second race of the last day, I think. So I was looking forward to this race. The whole event. I was looking forward to this one tour drive main. This is it. Finally on the grid. Rob Gillespie, I think in second. I was third. I forget who was first because they fucking flipped over in the first corner. And I can't remember. There was like one faster guy, but he was in the back. And I figured this race, if I get out front, I'm winning it. No question. So what happens? So like I said, pole man just flips over in the first corner. He's out. I'm in second place. It's Rob Gillespie and me. It's like, I got this. Yes. Marlin is in third place behind me. Like, they were saying I'm the jam car. No, she was the jam car. She was ping pong balling around there, you know, two wheel, making sure no one was getting by, and also making sure we would get a huge lead. Well, what the fuck do you think happened? First lap, we go over the triple. Rob doesn't triple. We have to double single. I double single. I single into the pipe. And I got caught on the pipe. Dead last. Oh my God. I was so mad. I don't really give up in my life, but I almost gave up. I almost threw my radio. I was so mad. How do you do that? Like, this is the break of the century. It's like only me and Rob. But no, I stuffed it in the pipe. So then I was dead last, but like I said, Marlin was now in second. So she bunched up the pack, so I got back up there and I finished fourth. But yeah, that was my chance. My only chance to win a race, and I stuffed it in the pipe on lap 1. That was embarrassing. Yeah. What a snowflake. What else? Dustin Evan wins. That was good. Dustin is a nice guy. I even wrote in my blog that he's a bit too nice. Like, he'll take someone out and he'll wait. It's like, this is the fucking Reedy race. Go, you know? That's what everyone else would do. No, he'll wait. So it's pretty cool to see him win, actually. You know, you can be respectful and drive clean and still win the Reedy if you're fast enough. And it's not even like everything went his way. He got taken out in one race and he was all mad at something that happened. I was in the same race, so I didn't see what happened. Obviously, I wasn't involved. But yeah, so he didn't have everything go his way. He was nice and respectful, and he still won. So, having said that, I think pretty much Cavalieri would have won that race. Next to last race, lands the triple in front of the driver's stand. Drive shaft comes out. Yeah, man. I think he landed, clipped the pipe, like the arm split, just enough to where it flexed to where the drive shaft came out. So he was leading, so he would have won that, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, when he didn't win that, that's when he lost his advantage. So then, Mayfield, what happened then? Well, no, I think Mayfield broke, but even if he had won, I think he would still have only been second. So it was really close, but it just worked out to where Evans just needed to win the last race, which he did, and then that was it. But yeah, Cavalieri was definitely the guy that was looking like he was going to take it, but then drive shaft pops out in the next to last race, and that was it. What else? I can't think of anything else about Reedy. Talk about the tie hack. Yeah, see, even that, like, that race, Cavalieri was also in control, but then Ty pulled a Captain Club race on him. You know how you're in the corner, and then just as you accelerate out, you get a bit of a tap there, so you just like, boom, spin out. Oh, sorry. That's what I call a Captain Club race takeout. It's not a CTO. CTO is just like complete disregard, no self-awareness or awareness of anything or anyone around you, just like, boom, that's a CTO. Captain Club race takeout is more sophisticated. Like, to the untrained eye, it looks like, oh, it's just racing. You know? No, it's not fucking just racing. You go in there, boom, tap someone just as they're accelerating, and they're gonna, you know, spin out, or all hell's gonna break loose. But what happened? He tapped Cavalieri. Cavalieri got caught on the pipe, so then no one waited. He just continued. Then Cavalieri was like, fuck this, hop the pipe, cut the track, basically didn't do the triple, jumped back on, and was like in it again. Referees look at each other. They're like, well, it just worked itself out, I guess. And no penalties in either which way. But yeah, I mean, that would have been a tough one. I mean, you basically need to give a penalty to Ty for taking Cavalieri out, penalty to Cavalieri for cutting the track. So yeah, they just left it. Maybe that's the best way, actually. Planned hack. I don't think so. That's it. It was just, I don't think it was intentional. It was just, he was driving aggressive. He obviously wanted to get by, and that section you kind of had to go a bit wide to clear the triple. So yeah, I don't think it was intentional. It was just carelessness, really. Twice, I don't know. I can't remember. I just saw one. I didn't see a second one. I don't know if it was. Maybe it was. Maybe. I mean, he hangs out with the Captain Club race, you know. Maybe it was intentional. Maybe they had a bit of a prayer session before the race and, you know, figured it out. I don't know. I wasn't there. I wasn't in his head. Hackonomics 101. Tessman is a hack. Jeremy Courts is a hack. He's the biggest hack. Pavidis is a hack too. All the old guys are hacks. It's not Christian to hack. I wouldn't call Tessman a hack. It is pretty clean. He was clean with me. Actually, you know what? The Reedy, I only got taken out one time. And it was BT, team associated, team manager, ruined me. That was the worst hack I've ever seen. It was really bad. He even apologized. I'm really sorry about that, Jake. That was very bad. I'm like, yeah, it was really bad. That was the only time I was taken out. Me, on the other hand, I took someone out twice. The bad thing was, it was the same guy. I guess I'm never gonna ever drive a Yokomo, because I fucking blasted Shinadachi twice. I felt so bad. The first time was off the start. We got down the steps, and it was just like such bad timing, right? We got down the steps, and I accelerate down the last step, and he slowed down. So he was slowing down, I was accelerating, and it was a boom, fucking gone. That was bad. Then later on, another race, it was a pretty typical place to get taken out, which was the single into the left-hander. So you would jump into the left-hander, but he did it different. So he would kind of accelerate to the face and then brake and barely skip the single and do the corner, where I would jump into the corner. So I didn't jump as far as normal. I went slow because he was there, but I didn't brake. So when he slowed down, I just hit him in the air, and we both crashed, and it was bad again. I'm like, oh shit, that was Shin again. Yeah, so I took Shin out twice. What's I'm sorry in Japanese? I know thank you, and I don't know what I'm sorry is. Anyway, kanpai. Kanpai, Shin. What else? Okay, we talked about haters. We talked about not giving a shit about the haters. We talked about success. We talked about Reedy. What else? Oh yeah, let's talk about setup. Blake Bayett would rather be hacked than to hack someone else. Blake, you're just too nice. I'd rather hack someone than get hacked. Blake, that's a weird thing. Blake would rather get hacked than hack someone else. Jesus, Blake, wake the hell up. Komenasai. Komenasai, Shin. Komenasai, Adachi-san. Is that right? Komenasai, Adachi-san. Kanpai. DNC. Are you blind? Says Cody Walker. I must be. DNC is in 3 weeks, I think. DNC is gonna be awesome. We have about maybe 25 JQ drivers going, which is really insane. That's a big amount. That's a really good amount, actually. And the car is gonna be awesome. You basically need to look at the latest setups. What would be a good one? Let me check right now. I'm gonna tell you the setups to run. DNC. Black Edition setup sheets. Top Notch Tour Santa Barbara, December 17th. Okay. Yeah, this is pretty much the setup you're going to want to run. This is what you want to start with. It's the quartz killer. The quartz killer. If you start with this setup, you'll be close. You might want to get the Hot Bodies Yellow Springs also. So I had the grays on here, but typically that track is more high speed, and it's got big jumps, and the car compresses a lot in the downhills and elevation changes. So I would say, yeah, go with Hot Bodies Yellow Springs. So Santa Barbara setup, yes. That's what I would start with. That should be good. Tires, you're gonna need gridirons and impacts. Super soft and soft. Soft in the daytime, super soft at night. Pretty much. So anyway, I was gonna talk a bit about setup, because This past week, I did some testing. I went to the track with one Ryan the Chav Cavalieri, name dropping here. He's a bit, you know, he's a bit of a lazy cunt. He really is. Like he said himself, called him up on the back phone. The fan vans showed up, picked his ass up, and we headed to the track. Like there was no way this guy was gonna go get his nitro program on point without me interfering. It's just not gonna happen, you know? He was too busy working on his pit space in the garage with his Louis Vuitton wallet and his fucking perfectly placed charger leads, and doesn't run a plastic pinion, but it's pretty close. He sits there polishing his screws all day. Anyway, so we went out to Thunder Alley for some testing. And we were trying pistons. And there's this misconception amongst mere mortals that these really good drivers, they can drive anything. They can win with anything. Well, they can, yeah. They can beat you with anything, but they're not going to win a big race with anything. This is what you don't understand, you people. I don't have an opener. I'm just going to use the table. Excuse me. That's how you do it. So, yeah, as I was saying, they can drive a shoebox around. I just checked if it was twist off. It wasn't. But they aren't going to beat other equally talented drivers. Nowadays, there are so many really good drivers, so that if you have a car that works really well for you, then you're going to have a chance of winning. Like if there are 5 really good drivers at the track, and one guy has a really badly handling car, yeah, he'd beat you in a club race, but he's not going to win that big race, because chances are one of those other guys is going to have his equipment on point. So even the best guys need a car that works really well and works really well for them. So we were out there testing pistons, and this surprised me a bit, because some of these pros, they don't really know what's going on. Let's face it, they just drive well, and someone else kind of has to do the setup work for them. I need light. I can't see what I'm doing. So, anyways, the thing that surprised me was how accurately this fool was figuring out what piston to run. Like, I just feel like the front end is a bit too hard. Like it stays, like it's a bit grabby, and it doesn't do this and it doesn't do that. I'm like, fuck, you just figured all that shit out and doing a few laps. Like, that's pretty impressive, you know? This guy seems to know what he's doing. So we just increased the whole size, just 0.05. Kept the same oil even. It was just a tad soft, a big hole. Wow, it improved. Even on my car, it was like, your car seems like you need the same thing that I did for my car. Like in this section, it looks like you're struggling a bit here, JQ, you know? So I did the same thing. I went from 7 times 1.25 in the front, which is the setup that I run typically. I went to 7 times 1.3. So a bit bigger hole. And it just smoothed out the front. Thunder Alley, there's these switchback sections, and there's these off camber corners and uphill, downhill, and it's a bit rough. And just through that whole section, to string the section together, the slightly bigger hole in the front was better, easier to drive. So just keep that in mind. That's the setup tip for today. So stock pistons are 7 times 1.2 because jump and lands very well. It has more pack. It's a good piston. I typically run 7 times 1.25, a slightly bigger one. And now at this Thunder Rally track, we went to an even bigger one, 7 1.3. It still landed well, and it handled those sections well. Twisty corners. So maybe something you want to try. Then again, maybe on Well, if you go to a really high grip track or fast track, maybe it's too soft, maybe it's you have too much front traction, maybe you do want a smaller piston there. So what front 1.2, 1.25, 1.3, that's the range of piston you want. Rear 1.3, 1.35 to 1.4, that's the range of piston you want. Those are the three pistons that you would use front or rear. I typically only run the 7 1.25 front, 7 1.35 rear. But recently I built more shocks, so I have all the pistons so I can switch easily between them, because going from track to track, a different piston might be a slightly better. The middle one which I run is always good, so it's a safe bet, but I'm not saying it's the best. And at this point we want to maximize performance, so maybe try the other ones, because they might be a bit better. The stock pistons are 1.2 in the front, 1.4 in the back. So less front grip, more rear grip. That's kind of the idea. And it lands really well with those. So bigger holes in the pistons, it gives you a bit more grip, more traction. So we wanted the car to be kind of easy to drive. And we felt with those pistons, it was easy. Like overall, when you look at any kind of track that you end up on. Yep. Actually, I have a light here. Woohoo! So, DNC. If you... Oh, crap. My light is messed up with my phone. Yeah, what was I saying? If you're going to DNC, if you need fuel, Sidewinder fuel, we have Sidewinder fuel, okay? Message me, Keenan, Liam, whoever, we'll get you Sidewinder fuel. If you need tires, aka tires, let us know. We'll hook you up with tires. Can I fondle your car at DNC? Yes, you can fondle my car. No worries, you can do that. I don't know what else to say about DNC. We have great pit spots at the end of the pit tables. So we have pit tables and 4 tents in a row there. So that's going to be good. So everyone's welcome, obviously. If we really are 25 plus drivers, then we're not all going to fit in the tents. But that's why we're there at the end of the pit tables. So some people can be in the tents, and then the tents will be open to the pit table side, and then you can pit there also, so we'll be a big happy family right there. And Jeremy Courts, because he's kind of homeless, I mean he runs a Hot Buddies now, but he's kind of on the C team over there too. If he wants to, he can join us. Can hang with the cool guys. Okay? Will you have kits for sale? Yes, I'm gonna have kits, I'm gonna have spec cues, gonna have everything. We have 40 feet of space reserved at PMB as well. Yes, PMB. Keenan is going to be at PMB. He's going to be at the Nationals. I guess we can announce this now. You know, Beach RC, close to, well, Myrtle Beach. They're going to be carrying JQ. And they're going to have their trailer at the races. And they're going to have JQ spares and JQ kits and JQ this and JQ that. I guess he was seeing how we were blowing up on the East Coast. So they're gonna have race support. Also the Walkers down in Florida, they have a trailer and they're stocking up on spares. So Mike and Trent, they're racing the JQ car, but they're also going to be selling parts. So when they go to the races, they have a full stock, full inventory of all the spares. So that's also going to be good for you guys in Florida and on the East Coast in general. So you don't have to worry. If you don't have a part, then there's going to be someone at the major races, all the 4 series or whatever the hell all your series are called. You know, pretty much where whatever Lancelot the Great over there organizes, they're going to be over there. They're gonna have all the spares. And Beach RC, well, I mean, they have a walk-in store. They go to the races with their trailer. They have a web shop. Things are looking pretty good right now in JQ land. Yeah, man. What else? Are there going to be outlets at DNC, or does anyone bring generators for pit power? Yes, they have power on the pit tables there, so we just steal from there. So bring extension cords and what have you. Beach RC rocks. Oh, my sister just had another kid. That's how fucking out of touch I am with reality. Cool, I might have to call her. Now she had two. I'm an uncle again. I don't even know if it's a boy or a girl. See, I'm embarrassed. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. See, that's what you do when you have a one-track mind, and when you want something so bad that you fucking dump your girlfriend that loves you, and you get rid of your apartment, and you travel around the world, and you don't know that your own sister has a baby, and that's what you do. That's what happens. Yeah. It's a boy. We got a boy in the house. Another boy. We got two boys now. Well, maybe one of them can ride race motocross. Uncle is gonna have to take him riding dirt bikes. That's gonna happen. Don't even argue. We love you anyway, regardless of that, I think she means. Yeah, well, that's good to know. Okay, are we done here? Or play violin? Keenan? Watch it, Lefty. Watch it. You're on thin ice right now. I'm telling you. You're on thin ice. Oh, play the violin. Jesus Christ. Lefty, you don't want to do this. Okay, so we covered Reedy, DNC, haters, pursue your dreams. Forget that they're dreams, make them goals. Pay attention to when your sister has babies. What else? See ya, says my sister. See ya next year. Well, this year, I guess. Okay. He's finished. He knows about ice. Is there anything else? Can we end this? This has been going for a long time. Actually, Nick is coming over to drop some kits off. I need to go. Can I go? Euro trip. Thank you. Thank you, Shane. So, it's February in a week or so, isn't it? Yeah, no, it's like 4 days. Oh my God. So then it's only 1 more month and I head back to Europe. So what's gonna happen is, I fly to Finland. I'm gonna check out my nephew. Is that a nephew when my sister has a kid? I think so. I'll check them out. Hi, cool, nice to see you. I'm out. I drive down to Spain. Now on the way down to Spain, I'm gonna stop in Denmark. We have some JQ guys over there in Denmark. Hopefully there'll be something going on in Germany. I'll stop there. And maybe France. Hit me up if there's something going on in France. I'll stop over there in France. I'm stopping in Barcelona. That famous track with Franco, the Spanish RC Federation Nazi or fascist, where he tried to put me in jail, called the police on me. I'm going there to that track. That should be fun. Then I'm driving down to where David Ronefalk is staying. I'm gonna crash at his place for a bit. We're gonna go testing, practicing, racing, and then I'll be racing all around Europe, I guess. So I just want you to know where I'll be and what I'll be doing. And I want you to message me if you have a track or a race that you want me to be at. Then you better let me know, because I haven't exactly set my plans yet. So the Euro trip is happening. It's mainly going to be me. I'm going to, you know, Max is surely going to go at some point when he's on summer holiday. We're going to do a trip down south also. But March, April, May, it's just going to be me. Max is in school. So anyway, let me know. France, Germany, Portugal, Spain, Italy, Denmark, you know, all you guys. Message me and I'll stop by. We'll go racing. March 23rd to 25th, yeah, I'll be in Europe. I just said so. This guy wants me to go to Texas in March. I just fucking explained to him that I'll be driving around Europe, but he wants me to go to Texas. Jesus Christ. You know what we're dealing with here? England and Ireland. England's not even... England's fucking Brexited out of Europe. Screw you guys. You're on your own. SDRC. Maybe I will one day. Hey, you know when I'll do that? SDRC when the San Diego Supercross. When is that? 3 weeks? 2 weeks? It's just before DNC. San Diego Supercross. I'll go there. I could stop by SDRC. Message me. When's a good day? Yes, I'm going to the Worlds in Australia. Tomorrow I'll be racing at Thunder Alley. Gluing up tires for Thunder Alley right now. Okay, I think we're done. Views are going down. I'm tired. I need to pick up some kits. I've covered everything I wanted to cover. It's boring now. Bullshit. Nothing to report anymore. I promise to do some good Facebook Lives in the coming weeks. Some good setup information. Finish the Spec Q build. Put the option parts on it. Ship it to Chile for that Gaston. There's going to be a lot of material here shortly. Yeah, it was like a pre-order we did of the factory shirts. So they show available. You can order them because we did manufacture some extra. So we have a few extra of everything. So just go ahead and order now. And then if we run out, then sorry, we'll just refund the money and that's it. But we did order some extra just in case, because we know people will wake up late. Oh, we want these shirts too, and yeah, so we made some extra ones. First come, first serve. For God's sake, E-Buggy, thank you. Pete Phillips, I love you. No Silver State. E-Truggy, that's definitely Salty Joe, I'm out. I hope you enjoyed this Facebook Live, at least the beginning of it. The beginning was pretty solid, I think. So if you're watching right now, go back to the beginning, watch the beginning. That's where my main point was. It was pretty good. I even drew this graph and everything. The graph of haters. It's very important, very scientific. I thought of this in the shower 5 minutes before the Facebook Live. And there's 0 holes in my theory. I know it holds up to any kind of scrutiny. Yeah. Over and out. Bye.